Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Horizon 5 with some more multiplayer racing. For this, we are using some B-Class cars from the retro sports car category. And I have gone for an MX-5. Now, I appreciate the MX-5 is a fairly sensible option when it comes to circuit racing, let's face it, but I very rarely use these in Horizon, so I thought this is a bit of a change for me. We'll see how it goes. But the other rules for this, not allowed engine swaps, not allowed driveline swaps, so everything's running. You know, a standard engine, can't be converting it. There might be, I don't know if we've got any all-wheel drive cars. A few are in this category, but I don't think I saw any bought. Oh, there's a GTO. There we go, okay. There's an all-wheel drive GTO in here, but this is all tarmac races, so while that'll have an advantage off the line, the rest of the time won't matter a crazy large amount. My MX-5 is basically built like a go-kart. We're running semi-slicks, I have 200 horsepower, I'm going to have no top end. I accept the fact that I'm going to have no top speed, and I am focusing entirely on the grip. And this has worked for me in the past with a few cars. I mean, what am I most afraid? Skylines can be fast, MR2s can be fast. I have one that I was tempted to bring for this. I've not got aero in the hopes to try and get me a little bit of... I figured we're so light and we're going to have so much grip, I shouldn't need aero. We're not great off the line. I was kind of expecting, you know, we haven't got a huge amount of power, but we should be monumentally fast through these corners, and we do have the stability. That is what can sometimes let the MR2s down. Now, the DeLorean, they can be surprisingly good in this game. I struggle to make them work in lower classes, but I have a fast A-class one. Jesus, the grip from this thing. It is essentially a go-kart. I mean, that was the point of it. The way it's been built is to make the most of its very, very lightweight nature. I mean, I haven't done weight reduction on this. It doesn't need it. It's 2,200 pounds with 200 horsepower. It's pretty decent power-to-weight ratio. We are going to blast away. I mean, this track is ideal for the MX. Actually, it's not the most ideal, actually. There's a couple of tracks where it might be even a little bit more, I say handling-focused circuits, that the MX-5 would do even better around here. You have got these straights. Oh, that's an overrun into turn one. Okay, we have got a lot of grip, but we don't have completely infinite amounts. I've got to be a little bit more careful than that. We are pulling away from the DeLorean. There's actually, sitting quite nicely in second. There isn't anyone really troubling the DeLorean. One of the advantages the DeLorean gets, of course, is it is rear-engined, which can be really helpful with traction. Less important in this series where we are all on the tarmac, that is true. However, it's still going to help it getting out of the corners. I just have so much grip and so little power that I'm not going to spin the wheels anyway. We have max tyre widths on this, but they're not very big. I think they're only 245s maybe on here. It's not got enough power to really overwhelm that, so it kind of works, and we will be flat through there. Yep, no problem at all. Nothing is going to keep up with the MX-5 when it can do that, I don't think. We'll barrel down into the first corner. That time, a lot neater. Let's see how ridiculously fast. In fact, it's so... I don't need to break through there, just trying to turn it, it shrugs off a load of speed. I need to downshift. We should be flat through, almost flat through there, not quite. Oh, that is a wonky line. I don't know what I was thinking. But it's so grippy and so fast that it just doesn't matter. I can have all sorts of wonky lines, and it's still brutally fast. I'm not sure what's made its way up into third in this race. I didn't really see much of the cars at the start. We know there's a DeLorean in second, and that's about all we know. I thought this might be quite good. I did not actually expect it to be this good. It's savagely fast. It's just gone. Right. Let's see if we can get a nice clean lap together. We'll go down to third for the exit. I have got a supercharger on this engine, so we're not allowed to swap the engines or the drivelines, but you are allowed to add aspirations. So yeah, supercharged the MX-5. Do seem to like the superchargers. Do seem to work for me. I'd definitely say this one is. And the DeLorean's actually got... It looks like there's been some good battles elsewhere in the pack. We've just not really seen them. We've almost got a missed checkpoint sized lead. It's been a long time since I've had a car that fast. It's been a very long time. We're on for a better lap here. Yeah, this is a monster of a car. Now, this may well not be the case everywhere. Clearly, on a handling circuit, nothing's going to get close to this, but we will go to faster circuits, and whether it'll run out of straight line speed, we will have to wait and see. Oh, okay, no, I'm being an idiot. Come on now, we can do better than that. I'm disappointed in my own driving. We are a long way clear, but we're driving like a little bit of an idiot into turn 1 there. Yeah, that wasn't too clever by me. Okay, little go-kart. We're not quite going to catch cars to lap them. I think there are some missed checkpoints along the way. It is easily done here, actually. A couple of places. That one there, notoriously easy to miss. And we've seen it plenty. I've done it a few times. It's just, yeah, when you're trying to make up that little bit more lap time, or if you're trying to go for an overtake, you just cut it a little bit too far. Very easy to miss that checkpoint. Also quite easy to miss the final checkpoints as well. If you've not got a car with quite as much grip through here, you can get yourself in trouble. Either too much on the inside for the first bit. Well, normally that's where it goes wrong. We actually get a little bit of a slide. Scruffy final lap. Could have and should have been better, really. God dear. It's not perfection from the MX-5, but that thing is damn fast. I suspect nothing is going to be within a second of our lap time, I wouldn't have thought. Jeez, nothing's even close. That's ridiculous. We're the only car under a minute. We're nearly 2 seconds a lap quicker than the next closest thing, which was another Mazda. Oh, the MX-5 is very, very fast. Whoops. That's quick. So, we are off to the Estadia circuit for our next race. What can the little MX-5 do around here? Now, the straight line speed will be more significant at this track. There are some twisty sections. I like this track. I think this is quite a balanced circuit overall. You've got some technical sections, but you do have some longer straights. You've got some high-speed corners. You've got some low-speed corners. You've got some tough braking zones. So yeah, this will definitely be a test of the MX-5. We will see if we have the pace. I expect it to be fast here. Again, we know we're going to suffer off the line a little bit. There is no doubt about it. I know the GTO, they're pretty fast in a straight line, but they are heavy things. I love the car in real life. However, sadly, on Forza, they are very, very heavy, and I've struggled to make them work. I believe you can make them work, but they are not the easiest. So the RX-7 has a lot of power, by the looks of it, with how quick that shot through the field, off the line there. That thing is monstrously fast in a straight line. But of course, the trade-off for that is, I think it's on standard tyres, which you get very little PI to work with to begin with that. The MR2 has no straight-line speed, and we're going to get boxed in. So, the little go-kart, I mean, we need to find... The problem is, we need to find a way past quickly here and not get held up, which is... I mean, that's the worst thing that could be happening to us currently is happening to us. We really can't afford to get held up here. The MR2 gets a slide, and I will say, thank you. We will dive everything, and we will take those positions away. Now, I know we're not going to hold on to these cars down here. I know that. Although that one there brushed the Armco, and I don't know if the Supra knew there was a car going to the inside. I'm going to guess probably not. The RX-7, you can have the inside. I don't care. We will... Well, we were going to run clean around the outside of you, but we learned the lesson of the difficulties of going around the outside of a car that has a lot less grip than you is if they don't get it right, you pay the price. I think lap time wise, I bet I could match these cars, if not go faster. The problem I've got is we're just getting held in traffic. And the worst bit is this next corner is where I'll make up a lot of my lap time when I'm on my own. When I'm like this is awful for the MX-5. Oh, the NSX pretty much parked it through there. We are so fast through that section. I think the NSX was backing out. It didn't want to go side by side, which is fair enough. I just didn't realise it was going to go that slowly through there. Right. Hello, RX-7. Hello, Nissan. The little Mazda of grippiness has come to join the party. Now, can we have a lap of no interference with our own lap? I don't know. Possibly not. I think that RX-7's power might just be too much for me. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, this is the trade-off, you know. We saw how fast this was at the Garden Circuit. It was absolutely unstoppable there. And there is always a price to pay for that amount of grip. And the price is you have no straight line speed, which is fine. Like, I accept that price. It just means at a track like this, we can't quite probably cut it as much. It's going to come down to how fast I can do this chicane. Because we've not seen what the Mazda... We've not seen how much time I can make up on the cars ahead through here when I'm on my own. We're basically going to have to run it flat. Not quite. Yeah, okay, so we're not quite able to match the RX-7 for pace over a lap. It's just too fast down the straight. We'll reel in immensely here, and I'm going to be a bit cheeky, and we're going to sneak past the Nissan and get up to second. And I'm hoping... I mean, okay, we're not going to outrun the Nissan to the line this lap around, but I don't want to do it. I don't need to do it this lap around. I need to do it next lap around. In fact, actually, we will do it this lap. Okay, that doesn't quite catch quick enough. That's really useful to know. It means that when we go to next lap, I don't have to pass it any earlier in the lap. I can pass it into that twisty section, and all will be golden. Can I do anything up the hill? Not quite. Okay, we just got to stay close. That's all I got to do. I know it can't live with that. If it defends the inside into that twisty section, I'll just drive around the outside like we did. If they try and defend the outside, I'll just fire it up the inside. We've got so much grip in that section, I don't think it matters where the Silvia goes, as long as I don't mess up the high-speed chicane, which we bobble the curb a little bit. It's not actually ideal there, so we're a little further back than I would like to have been. Right, what way are we going to go? We're going to do exactly the same as we did last lap around. It's a sneaky... it's actually not quite close enough. No, that was all on me. We were a little further back. The Silvia was better through the chicane that time than it was the previous lap. I had to have a go. It's the final lap of the race. We've got to try something. Couldn't do it. I'll set off a third. Yeah. Not got the straight line speed. To be expected. Very much to be expected. Not got the straight line speed though. Lap time. I mean, lap time's pretty close between me, the Silvia, the NSX. But no one had an answer for the RX-7 around that track. It just had too much straight line speed for the rest of us. For our next race, we head off to one of the twistiest circuits actually in the in the game. I was going to drop to the back because I feel like we've got. After our performance at the Garden Circuit, it's going to be a pretty similar story here, I would imagine. So we'll have a little bit of fun with this race, although we are fairly down towards the back. I don't know what the game's doing. We can, and we have never got the whole way through one of these with the whole field staying connected the entire time. I don't think we've ever got through a filming session, which is generally 4 races for anything. And kept everybody connected either, because things are dumb, basically. So yeah, we will see how the Go-Kart Mazda fares. This is probably one of the twistiest circuits in the game. This and the Chihuahua circuit are some of the nastiest, most challenging handling circuits you will come across. Now the RX-7 will have a couple of advantages around here. Oh, the MR2's out very wide. Advantage 1 will be this section here. Advantage 2 will be up the hill. Although there's now a lot of cars in the way, so I don't know if the RX-7 can really make the most of its speed very much. Yeah, so this hill, the power the RX-7 has, will be good for getting up it. We are through the middle, and we will just launch it around the outside. Is that the Starion that we were passing there? I think it was. It was indeed. And yeah, the RX-7 is now in the traffic. Okay, we're up to 4th place. Jeez, we can just brake so much later than everything. We can brake so much later. We can turn so much tighter. We will... Nope, not going to go around the outside of you. I'm just going to duck underneath. Oh, I will say thank you very much. It's a DeLorean. That's what we're... Oh, God, try and chase down. I actually locked the brakes there. That was not clever. I locked the brakes and I couldn't unlock them. That's very unusual. yeah, I just couldn't get those brakes to unlock. Oh well, I guess now we really are going to have to pay attention. No more margin for error here for us. RX-7 at the final corner? I think so. We will park that on the apex nicely. Through there. The RX-7, it might fight back, actually. If you want to go past, though, you're going around the outside at turn 1. I don't want to take that line myself, because we don't really brake here. Oh, yeah, I'm always going to put my car to the inside on that one. We're catching up to the Sylvia, who will not be able to hold the pace. Now, let's not lock the brakes at the bottom of the hill this time. Let's not go straight on. DeLorean is actually going to be a little bit of a tall order down here. Oh, yeah, I'm stroking the brake. Really easy to lock the brakes there. I wonder why. You lock brakes. Horizon 5 is a more difficult one for the brakes. It's really easy to lock brakes in this game. But I haven't come across a car that's that difficult there in the past. Porsche is going to try and... Oh, okay, I got a little bit... That was a little bit too aggressive, actually, from me there. Although the Porsche shuffled me across. Like, I'm always going to be firing up the inside there. I don't think we're really going to be able to catch the front car, though, unfortunately. For us, that brake lockup really cost us at the bottom of the hill. We will be flat through here, I should think. Whoop, and a big old bit of airtime. That's more like it. We don't actually need to slow down very much for that corner. There's so much grip in this, and it is, in theory, quite a fast corner if everything goes right. However, it's you're talking with such fine margins there that yeah, it's really easy to just go straight on into the wall. It's really, really easy to just end up in the wall there. We will run into turn 1 with a whole bucket load of speed. I mean, we're catching the DeLorean. However, it is going to be too little, too late for us here. We can bunny hop over there. Yeah, unless the DeLorean makes a mistake, we'll just run out of laps to do anything. That's more like it there. The second gear out of that corner works for me. Yeah, if we hadn't locked it and gone straight on, it would have been fairly straightforward. This thing is so fast at this kind of track. So it's not really a big surprise that this is so stupidly fast here. It was always likely to be. We will round the final corner. It is going to be a 49-second lap, I think, in that one. Whew. Bloody hell. 49.9. God damn, that car is fast at this sort of track. It is unstoppable around these grippy circuits. Although, yeah, a lot of the brakes, not the cleverest. Not the cleverest of things there. Wasn't expecting to get caught out like that with the MX-5, which is, yeah. Oh well. Oh well, we fought our way back up. Just ran out of time. Another lap, and I think it might have been a different story, but there's racing. We are off to the Arch Circuit for our next race. Now, this is a track that we will be very fast in a couple of places, and then very slow down the big start-finish straight, and sort of turn, the final corner, start-finish straight, turn 1, all the way up to... I think second place is perhaps what we are looking at here. I think the RX-7 is going to be too quick down that... Down top end. It's just going to be too quick for me to deal with. Unless it is an absolute horrible mess in the twisty sections and we can somehow make up enough time. And the problem is, if it is a horrible mess in the twisty sections, it's going to be ahead of us by the time we get there anyway, so we're going to get held up. It's not like we can build a lead early on. I'll do what I can, of course, with the MX-5. I think it might be a frustrating race in some regards. We may just get stuck in a lot of traffic. Oh, God. I've also got to make the corners properly. That would generally help a bit. DeLorean's having a look alongside. Yeah, there's all sorts of wrong line by me. So this is one of the sections where we're going to be fast here. Okay, we're going to be quick through this corner. We're going to be quick through the S's here. Can we duck underneath everybody? Not quite. The steering's got enough grip. And then this next corner, no, not quite this next corner, this sort of double right-hander we're coming up to is where this is going to be phenomenally fast. We can just drive in underneath probably everything, realistically speaking. And we're out the other side and we're up into 5th. But we know the Nissan's got decent top end. It's not ridiculous, but it is better than us. The MR2 has got no top end at all. If we're faster than it, you know it's struggling. The NSX, we also know is quite quick down the straights, so that might be the NSX we're fighting with more. Nissan gets a lot of understeer and is out wide. The MR2, we're going to get to the inside of here. Oh, well, the MR2 wanted to drag us into the braking zone there. Nissan couldn't stop, and we are past that. So we're up into 4th place now. Let's go chasing off after the... I say these next two. I don't think we can go chasing off after the leader. We're going around the outside of the GTO. Thank you. That's a risky place to do that. But thing is, I kind of have to do these risky passes because we are so slow down the straights. We lose so much time that if I don't go for those sort of passes, we will lose any chance of catching the cars ahead. The NSX, I mean, if I can pass the NSX through that corner we just went through, could I beat it to the line? Maybe, if I've really compromised it, but it'd be difficult. That would be a difficult one to do. The RX-7 definitely not. The NSX, it does, once it gets going, it does fly off into the distance, but it takes it a little bit of time to get going. GTO is busy battling with Sylvia, I think it is, behind us. Right, so let's just see what we can do, really, in these corner sections. Now, we've got nobody around, so I can use all of the road that I want to. We can be as brave as we like. I think there's a real possibility I'm just going to end up in the wall like the NSX did. I took out the street furniture. I was hoping that street furniture had despawned. It didn't. That's kind of screwed me, actually. God damn it. Okay, that respawns. Sometimes street furniture despawns after the first time it gets hit, and sometimes it doesn't. And that is one of the bits that does respawn, sadly. NSX brushes the wall. I mean, that's good news for me. It's kept me in this fight. The NSX being slow on the exit there has kept me in this fight a little bit, because I was slightly worried after a poor lap. The RX-7's not really vanishing. I mean, it does down the straight, but it loses everything. Like, lap time-wise, I don't think it's going to be drastically different between us three. It's all gained amazingly differently between us. But yeah, the RX-7, I mean, the RX-7 looks like a real handful in like these corners here. You can see how much it's losing out through there. And it is about the same gap every time around. Okay, so we know the street furniture around here, it does respawn. Oh, this time the NSX takes it out for me. We have got another lap after this. Now, of course, these cars do all have the grip to be flat through there. I was hoping they might have more struggles, but they don't. This next corner is where we're making up a huge swathe of our lap time. I always knew it is, so we can just run in flat out through the first part. We have to get on the brakes halfway round. But yeah, we've closed to the NSX. I fear this is going to be one of those races where we're putting immense pressure on the Honda. However, I don't know if we're ever going to be in a place to do anything about it. We need the Honda to slip up. That's the only chance we have, is a slip up from the Honda. Because if it runs a clean lap, we're just almost identical in terms of lap pace. So yeah, we need a little mistake for us to be in position to have a dive in that final corner. We will run in a little too hard, maybe. We get away with it. It's a little bump on the scenery. Now, will the NSX find... We're hoping for more street furniture to get in the way of the NSX. It does. It finds the street furniture. This is the opportunity that we needed. We're going to sweep around the outside and we will move up a position. Now, I've got to be careful here. The NSX is going to want to try and fight back. It won't be able to run in anywhere near as fast as we can in here. The question is, can I get far enough away? Oh, the NSX ran wide. I think it might have bumped the wall. This is the drag race to the line. I mean, this is perfect for us. The RX-7 is gone, and I think the RX-7 found some pace later on. Here comes that NSX with all the speed in the world. It's going to be closing, but not quite. Oh. Oh, bloody hell. Second place goes the way of the Mazda. But yeah, victory to the RX-7. I mean, lap time, we weren't a million miles away from the RX-7's lap time. As I said, we're getting that speed very differently. We did get the NSX at the end of the day. Close in lap times between the top four, really. And then a little bit of a gap further back. Christ. That was a tough race. It was a good race, though. It was a good race. We head to our final race at the Plaza Circuit, where we have a nice spot on the grid in this one. I'm not sure what to expect from this. I'm not going to... I think for this one, I'm not going to take the massive advantage. I'm going to drop back. I feel like this could be stupid fast for the MX-5. There are some longer straights that the RX-7 will be quick on, but I don't particularly want to race just... I mean, if this MX-5 is as fast as I think it could be around here, we could have a very boring time if I just run away at the front. So we might just drop back and see what happens with this one. I think it would be a more fun race, at least for me, here, is just to trundle ourselves away. And, yeah, this won't be quite as unbelievably overpowered for my car in some regards. Oh, someone got some street furniture on their roof and had no speed at all. It's quite impressive. Because, yeah, there are some long straights, although the RX-7 is not going to like this corner. That is a nasty, nasty corner for a car. Right there. Oh, we've got some cars running wide. We've got an NSX in the wall. There's going to be a gap for us to fire ourselves through a little bit in the middle here. Can we get to the inside of the Staria? No, I didn't actually intend on that. That's just where I was going to be braking, and the brakes are so good on this. I was expecting to take that corner normally, but no, we just had the braking performance to do that. GTO's having a wobble. We're going to go around the outside of you, and GTO's not going to be able to live with that. Okay, so this part of the lap, the RX-7 is going to pull away. It's always going to pull away down here. It's going to have the acceleration. It'll then be a bit of a handful coming up the hill, but the power coming up the hill will be good for the Mazda. And then it's into the twistier part. So the second half of this lap will probably favour the RX-7 to a degree, because then it can get on the power again once it's got out of that corner. And after about turn 2, once we're in the city, that will massively favour the MX-5 if I don't lock the brakes again. The Mazda was wise to the lampposts and had the control to duck out of the way of them. Right, turn 1. I am terrible at first corner on this track. I either turn in too soon and hit the wall, or turn in too late and run wide. What is the RX-7 like through here? Yeah, not sold. It's not sold on that. We should be able to just park the MX-5 on the inside. And the RX-7 might cut back on the exit. It might get the drive. It's definitely there looking. It is to the door, but it's going to be on the outside through here. We can fire the car past, and now we're in to MX-5 territory here. Whoa, although that's okay. That's a little too brave by me. All right. It is so grippy, but it's still easy to get carried away. We will bobble the curb through there. That's fine. You can see just one good corner, and we're gone from the RX-7. It'll close in. We will... I mean, we have to be a little bit careful. Not that it's going to make a big difference with this style of racing, but the RX-7 will actually have slightly better grip on the grass than I will, because if that is on its standard tyres, or whatever compound of tyre it is basically going to be better than semi-slicks. These are marginally better than full slicks, but, you know, they're about as bad as it gets in the off-roading department. So, yeah, dipping a wheel on the grass is much more trouble for me than it is for that RX-7. When we get it right, this car's so nice to drive. It just flows so nicely. You need so little braking for a lot of these corners. It just carries so much speed through them when you get it right. If you get it wrong, you're in big trouble here. Now the RX-7, I mean, it is desperately trying to live with us. And yeah, it might reel us in a smidge down here, but it's really struggling with a grip through that corner. Out very wide. We will... Oh, the biggest problem I have with this car is the bumps. Oddly, it's really unhappy over these bumps. Like, not just bumps, anything in the road, curbs, the whole lot really affects this car. I don't think I've driven something, not for a while, that's been this affected. I know it's small and light, I'm on race suspension and all of that sort of stuff, but I've driven small light cars on race suspension before that haven't been chucked around as much as this has, which is another reason why I'm a little bit dubious about running too wide through here, although like, I don't need to run a crazy risk there, because that corner's it's never going to be the strongest corner because of this long hill that follows it for us. We'll make more lap time up, for example, on the RX-7 through there. Oh, maybe not go too wide though. Yeah, I wonder what it is about this car and the bumps. I wonder if it's just small and low and it gets incredibly stiff is what's really affecting it, but maybe that's why it's actually having trouble with the brakes, because that dip section, maybe that's why the brakes are easy to lock up in this, if it's hitting across bumps because it's unsettling the car, and then you're trying to apply brakes, and that gives it trouble. One day I will figure out how to take turn 1 on this circuit. That day is not today. I've been very cautious. I went for a little bit more bravery this time around, and that's what got me in trouble there. I've been quite cautious in previous laps just to play it safe, and I should have stayed playing it bloody cautious. It's just, yeah, more consistency is what we should be after. Right, nicely does it through there. We will keep ourselves out in front. Oh, no, can't be that. Can't be that brave. I've got to stop trying to push the envelope too much here. It's not worth it. It's not worth it on the final lap of the race. I know we're quick and everything. Got to stop experimenting. We have run away from the RX-7. Yeah, the track did go our way. The RX... Oh, we've got enough straight line speed in this car that while we are slower, we're not completely steamrolled. And then we are just so fast in the corners. The little go-kart that could is... I like it. And it is a one-trick pony, this. It is a very specialised car. It's not bad on the faster circuits, don't get me wrong. It's not completely useless. I mean, it proved itself that it was strong elsewhere. But yeah, it's very good. When you need a super grippy thing, funnily enough, the semi-slicked MX-5 is very, very good at those sort of tracks. We will take a victory. We're about a second a lap clear of the RX-7, and we are miles clear of everything else. Absolutely, in another postcodes to the rest of the field. The RX-7 tried. It's the 944 that gets the last spot on the podium, ahead of the Sylvia. The GTO in 5th, ahead of the Starion. Yeah, I like that MX-5. It has one purpose. It does that purpose really, really well. It is just a super grippy little go-kart. With a little bit more straight line speed than I expected. Yeah, it came up against something with a lot of straight line speed in the form of that RX-7. Well, there we go. There we go. That is going to be it for this video. As a happy little Mazda on the top step of the podium there. If you would like to sign up and take part in the next one of these, you can via our Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Find the Versus the Community sign-up section, and you can register to take part in there. That, though, shall be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.